Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow, and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we finally got our turbo motors up and running, and we have 5 in storage. So they're not coming quickly, but they are coming consistently, I think is the best way I can describe that. So yeah, we've got that all wearing away, we've got spare radio control units there, that's all good. So I feel like the time is now here to try and actually unlock nuclear power. So let's grab the supercomputers we need for that. We then need 200 heavy modular frames. So we got, well, that's 150. Hopefully we'll get a bit more in a moment. We need 1,000 cable. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not looking forward to doing nuclear again. It was such a head hurt last time to try and maximise it and get all that power out. And we're going to be doing it again, so woo! Right, okay. Those are our tickets. We've got 70 coupons. Right, so we need 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. So we're now flooding in cable again. That's all good. Okay. And then 2,000 concrete. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to fill that all in yet. So let's throw in what we can. So that. Okay. So then we just need the heavy frames, which are filling in, and then 2,000 concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, there's the concrete. Have we got the frames coming yet? I doubt we've got 50. No, but we're up to 37, which is way more than I thought we were going to be. They do seem to be coming in now that there's a bit of a backlog, because I know we went and checked and got worried about that, but I think it was just some of the backlog filling in. And now it has. I think we're looking all right on that front. So pop that in there. Okay, and then we just need 50 of... Nope, gone too far. Oh, the fused modular frames are maxed out. Cool. There's our stack of 50 for that. Awesome.
Milestone reached. The nuclear power plant produces dangerous radioactive nuclear waste. Fix-It reminds you that any extra limbs resulting from exposure to radiation are also contracted to work on project assembly. Fix-It also reminds you that willful exposure to radiation will not result in any bonuses regardless of how many functional limbs it produces. Project part number 7, the magnetic field generator, should enter production as soon as possible. Any unnecessary delays will be noted. Okay.
Oh, there's a cube in there. Right, okay, so that means we can now get the EM control rods, doesn't it? Right, so we've got the EM control rods, which is going to be stators and AI limiters. Okay, fine. So we are going to want to start making some of these. Now, AI limiters we've got an abundance of. I'm not too worried about that. How many do you need a minute? You need 4 a minute. I think we've only got the one machine upstairs making them. We have... We're making 12 a minute. Okay, well that's fine. The bigger bit on that is going to be the steel rods, which I don't think... Oh, hang on a minute. We have got pipes there. Oh, it's the stators, isn't it? Right, yeah, and that's steel and copper... Steel pipes and copper wire. Now, you're making 20 a minute. Okay. Do we have copper wire coming in? I think we do. Yeah, we've got copper wire here. And that looks like we flooded that line. That's the wire line. Okay. So where's that copper wire going? All the way over here. Okay. Oh, and up into this. Okay. So it's using the same stuff as this reanimated Sam. Okay. And arguably we could make... Right, okay. If we're making 4 assemblers for these control rods, let's talk hypothetically here. I know, because we could make 6 of them, because we're making 12 AI limiters. Okay, so let's call it 6. That means we would be needing... No, because they use 4 a minute, and we're making 12. Okay, so we can run 3, which means we would need 18 of these a minute. Okay. And how's the stator work out? So the stator is 15 a minute, so 15 times 6. The wire's going to be the problem there. So that's 90, which I don't think we're making over here. No, you're making 20. Okay. Alright, so that's not going to be enough of that. At all. Yeah, because we're producing some of that steel over there. I'm feeling... Yeah, those trucks have got themselves stuck again. Right, let's go sort those trucks out. And then we're going to figure this out. But I've got a feeling we're just going to have to make another factory to make the stators and then somehow get the AI limiters over to them. I don't think we're going to be able to do that all together, which is a shame. Right, okay, let's... Yeah, we want to drive this. We're going to have to take down one of those trucks. Speaking of trucks, I have been watching the release video, so I know we're getting liquid trucks in 1.2. That's going to be exciting. I've no idea what I'd use one for at the moment, though, because I've not had that much of an issue with pipes, and I've had trains I can run things backwards and forwards to, so I don't know what I'd use the liquid truck for. Let me know down in the comments, what are you guys planning on using the liquid trucks for? Because, like, it's cool. I'm glad it's there. I'd rather it be there than not there as another method of transportation. But I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, if that makes sense. So yeah, curious to know what your guys' thoughts are all on that, and what you guys are all planning to use it for. Come on, up and around here. Right, and we'll take the one heading... Yeah, there we go, that's what we expected. Right, we'll take that one away. Cool. Right, okay. So now we're going to need to try and find... a new... Or do I want to try and do that? Do I think I could increase the coal production or the steel production that we've got going on at our little satellite factory, so we can make more? Because it would be nice to keep it all in the same place, and I'm feeling with the AI limiters, I think that might be a better way of doing it. I think that would be a better way of doing it, because then we've not got to try and chip too much around. So I think we'll go have a look, see the little steel facility we've got at the moment, because I'm sure we can up all of that feed to basically get more steel coming in. Because it looked like it was only on like a Mark II belt. So I'm adamant we can get more going in than that. Right. I need to come here and throw in all of that. Feeding all of that in. Right, I've no idea what the heck that thing does. Come on. Yeah, not that one. Get to the other one. Right, okay. So that is then where it pulls that off. But it's definitely not going to be quite enough to fill. Anyway, this is what we want to have a look at here. So we've got 2 smelters working 50% because they've not got the capacity to put it through. That you'll put at... So yeah, that's effectively at full speed. We've already overclocked it slightly to make it around 60 on both of them. Okay. Alright, so that means we are actually using 120. How are we using that 120 once it gets in here? This is where it's trying to remind myself what the heck is going on. Okay, so you're using 60 and you're using 30. Okay. Okay, well that'll get us up to... that means we're not using all of these. And I don't have enough to overclock it to do all of that, which means the way I'm going to have to do this is like this, which is going to be ugly as sin. Because we're then going to have to go splitter in there, and then we're going to have to go lift like that. We'll throw that in there to start with. You don't have any spare power. So we're just going to pop this here for the moment, put that back in there, that in there. Okay, and now we're going to upgrade... oh no, because we're only putting 40 out, aren't we? Right, so you're going to need a merger. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay. Alright, so now we've got 40. And we're going to send any out that way. Alright. So then if we come around here... the states... we've got 40. So if we then come here and we go to the assemblers... I'm going to have to come around here, aren't I, for room. Right. And then... let's just check. What are the stators like? So... that's 15 a minute. Oh, wow. Okay. Which means we can only really run 2 of these comfortably, which will give us 10 stators a minute. And then if we look at the EM rods, that means we can only really run 1 and a bit. Oh, okay. Alright, fine. That will have to be what it will be. Okay, and then the spaghetti's about to get real. Right, let's line that up. Right, and you're going like... Got to get the heights right. That, I think? Okay. And then we're going to come around here. I'm going to give myself that half foundation. Where are we? Half foundation. Like that. Just for that extra little bit of room. And then we are going to go and we're going to be cheeky about this. Oh, that's going to look horrid. I'm going to try and do that. Okay. So that should then feed these. Fine. We've then got power there. We'll bring that back over here. For these guys. They will then need wire. And we're going to need 80 wire. That's a Mark 1 line. That's not going to be enough, but we'll sort that in a minute. So let's get these in here. So you're going to be feeding that in like that. Yeah, 40 a piece. That's fine. And then pop that there. That there. And then I'm going to put a splitter there and there, and we're going to want that, and then I'm going to upgrade this line back here. There we go. Okay. So that's now feeding that all out, which is good. Which should be enough to feed all of these. Excellent. So now we've got 10 stators a minute. We can make basically one of these. Which I don't think is going to be enough at all. It's going to be enough for us to get started, but it's not going to be enough for us to actually make use of anything. So you're going to be the EM control rods. There we go. Right, power there. And we need to put a merger. Okay. So there we go. It's going to start giving us a backlog. But that's... I'm sure that's not going to be enough. Right. There we go. Alright. So yeah, that's going to start making some for us. Now. Let's have a look. Because if we look at a nuclear power plant... Whoa! I wanted to see it, not build it. I suppose you're going to make me do it, aren't you? Alright. We've got the stuff on us to do it. Let's come out here and let's have a look at one. But I'm sure it will be like all the other power plants where we can't actually see... Yeah, we can't actually see what the usage is going to be until we've actually put something in it. Because it depends what power you're using in it. Or what fuel you're using. Okay. Fine. So, let's look at uranium then. Right, so we've got uranium. So uranium is going to go into an encased uranium power cell. And that's 50 a minute with sulfuric acid. Hang on. Hang on. I thought we got like enriched uranium and gubbins like that. I need to check that milestone. Something seems off there. Right, tier 6? No, tier 8. Right, nuclear power. So we can scan for it. We get encased uranium, uranium fuel rods, magnetic fuel generator. Oh, that's where we get the non-fissile uranium. Okay. And nitric acid. I mean, we may as well get that done as well if we can, because that's then going to let us get stuff sorted in. Right, that's fused modular frames. How many do we need? We need 100 fused modular frames. Okay, well that's fine. We've got 150 there. We then need 50 turbo motors and cooling units, which, you know, we've got upstairs for the turbo motors. So let's go upstairs and have a look and see what we can pilfer for that. And then that, I think, is actually going to let us recycle the nuclear power straight away, which will be good. Right, there's a full stack of 50. Excellent. Here's our cooling units, and we need 200. Cool. And then it's just the... I forgot what it's called. Quick wire. Right. You need 2 of them, basically. Cool. Right. Whoa. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So that then gets us particle enrichment as well, which means we can do the whole shebang.
Milestone reached. Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact: Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
Okay, so now we can do the nuclear pasta, which we need copper powder and pressure conversion cube. So we might not even need to do nuclear power at all. How's our current power set up? Because we did expand it. Yeah, we're still looking... I still don't like the way that's not a solid line. But we're still looking good. Okay, alright. In which case, let's try and get some of the extra project parts done. So, let's have a look. Where do we use the electronic control, the EM control rod? So that gets used here. So that uses 1 a minute and some versatile framework. Okay. I mean, the versatile framework is there. So what we can do is, if we grab one of these, pop that there, bring this around here and into there, and then clear that, bring you up over here. Where have we got? Stackable pole, that's what we want. Right. Pop that there. Bring you up here. Conveyor belt is too steep. That curve one claims like it's alright, doesn't it? If we do it this way round, are you going to try and curve in the same way? Yeah, it's not going to... I'm just trying to work out if I'm happy with that. I'm not sure I am. So I think we're going to clear that. And then bring it from here. Right, what if we now make that straight? Yeah, that I'm happier with. So we'll do that. You're then going to go here. Like that. No, not that way. What are you doing? Right, and then there into there like that. Cool, okay. You can then power this. And then you're then gonna feed. Do it that way round. Yeah, like that. Cool. Awesome. So that should then let that get started. No, you're not making the versatile framework. You are making the magnetic field generator. There we go. Cool. So that's now going to whir away quietly in the background as a project assembly part, which is good. We then need to look at... I'm sure it's turbo motors get used in it. Let's have a look. Yeah, this thermal propulsion rocket. Okay, and that uses the modular engine, which we're making over there as well. I love how they keep using the earlier parts. Fused modular frames, which I think we'd have to fly in. Cooler units, which we already are. Okay. Okay, alright. That one's going to be a bit trickier to set up because that kind of stuff is all the way up here. We haven't really got the room to do that. Oh yeah, you're making those parts. So it's not those we'd need to do, it's these. We'd need to bring these all the way up. Or we'd need to bring the turbo motors all the way down. And then we can do all of that work on that side, I think, maybe. I think that might be easier to do. So that means we've got to bring multiple things down here. But we are already then down here. Let's go have a quick look on Jack, see how Jack's doing. Hey guy, what you got for me? Oh, heatsink, thank you. Right, okay. It's very kind, don't really need that heatsink, so we are going to throw that in here. There we go, as well as that ore. Because we don't need that either. Or that coal. Okay. Right, so... yeah, if we're going to try and do that, we need to bring... let's have a look. Cooling unit we need to bring down. This will need to fly down. That will need to bring down. These two are going to be so low volume we could probably sushi belt them. But I don't like sushi belting. I don't think that's a good idea. Because when one gets backed up, that causes a problem. Okay, so... if we come here... pop that there for the minute. And get you to make this. Right. First things first, let's try and get the modular engine over here. Set this to any as well. We're going to bring that all the way up here. And into there. Right, you're going to need some power. Bring a pole over. Right. What is it? We're looking fused modular frame. We're going to need to try and fly down here. So where are we? Transport, drone port. Missing radio control unit. That's fine. We're building those now. So let's go and grab that, and then we can start getting this off and underway. Plenty of quick wire there by the looks. I feel like we should probably start sinking some of that spare quick wire actually. Right, no, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Right, we are coming over here for the radio control units, which are there. Right, now we can handle the quick wire. So, where's the quick wire going? Quick wire's going down here. Okay. That's a Mark 5, which means if I put a merger there, put that in there like that, and we feed the first things first, we make that a smart splitter. Yeah, that's any and that's overflow, that's fine. And then we bring that round there like that. Yeah. That's then going to let that clear. But everything else is still going to be grabbing it as it comes past. Okay, cool. Right, so that's that done. Now we want to come down here and look at these. Right, transport, drone port. Just pop that there for the moment. And then we're going to want an out round to here. Conveyor's too long. Okay, there's that. You need to go. So this is going to be fused frame in. That works. Right, this port is going to fused modular frame out. Excellent. And I don't even know if that's got a drone, but let's put a drone here. We'll need to get fuel over here somehow. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, because we haven't got a way of bringing fuel over easily to this location. Okay. Short term, while I think about what the heck we're going to do about that. We'll pop that there. Right, let's try that again, shall we? And then put that there. I don't know, just do that. Power it like that. Not a great solution, but it'll do for the moment. And then we can try and find some way of running an actual fuel line over here. Okay, then we've got to try and get the other bits down, but I'm going to wrap that up there and say we'll figure that out next time, as well as that fuel situation. So, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they will help the channel grow, they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my YouTube channel members, your support is very much appreciated. Please don't forget that as a channel member, you do get access to the save files for any of the open world games I'm currently playing, as well as early access to the videos, so you don't need to worry about waiting. Speaking of waiting, that looks like it's got them. Okay. Which means we can get rid of that drone. And he'll come in and land and put them down for us. Cool. Okay, so there's that. But yeah, thank you all very much for that. Also, don't forget you got your channel members only series. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.